Rob's just off to Wellbuck to pick a trailer up. He was going to go on the Xerion, but it doesn't. Not the Xerion. I've got a Xerion already. I was going to go on the... can't even speak. He was going to go on the quad track, but it doesn't have a bigger pitch. Morgan's just working out now what much more fencing we need, so we're just drawing it out on the Merlot with the marker pen.
You have to strain again.
Getting dizzy up here. I need the serial number off that receiver. And David put it on the other day, and I don't know how he got up here because it's a big jump across there. Unless you've got to stand on the bonnet, and then you've got to get round the exhaust. Thought this would be the easy way. It's miles away. Turns out the easiest route is up that way. So, took my shoes off. Anyway, we've got a number there, but I think I need the one from underneath. Got the numbers I need off that. I'm just looking at this cable tie here. I don't know what it's doing. It seems to be holding that shut. I thought they'd put it on just to like line the bonnet down that. So got like that cable tie there, and then that black point in the middle, so you can see in a straight line. But it seems to be holding that shut. I don't know why. Because the radiator's over there, and that's the header tank's underneath. I don't want to cut it and start mauling. I'll flip the bonnet up or ask Dave when I see him. I've left my boots there for scale, so can you see that that's like a good 2 foot, that exhaust, plus the after treatment stuff and all that big tube. It's absolutely massive. Yet when you get in the cab, you don't see it at all. PM Transport's a new one. Well, not a new one, I've not seen them for a while. I think they've come to pick up OSR out the store. That's the exhaust from another angle. As you see, it's massive. I mean, from here you can barely see the cab. Yet watch this. When you sit back in the seat, you can, from where you sat, it's just behind that pillar and you barely see it. Unless you kind of like lean and reach forwards. Clever design. I've just noticed this. Can you see them little black specks in the light? They're all little flies that have obviously got in there and died. There. I'll show you actually up here. I don't think you've seen up here yet. We've got like a power supply, like a thing that you can't even put a CD in, maybe a pen. And then we've obviously got the beacons and different switches for the GPS and the mirror controls, windscreen wipers, lights, climate control, another pen rack, another shelf up here for, don't quite know, the lip's not very big, so stuff might hit you on the head. I suppose you can put your sunglasses up there, and then another power supply, and then obviously a DIN slot for putting in a CB or something. And then now I think this is a fridge, and then a remote control that you plug in the back for when you're coupling equipment up. You can work the linkage from the rear. That looks like it's been fixed. That's the all that. It's like a piece of wood. I reckon that's genuine, that. Or someone broke the original plastic bit and made a new one out of wood. Don't know. Seems a bit agricultural really, but if they have, they've done a nice job of it. And then I think that folds down to make a table, does it? Little clip there, yeah. There you go, cup holders. Another little tub. More power supplies. Another cup holder and more power supplies. And if you notice this as well, the seat, well, you can't see from there, can you? The seat twists, so it's like an office chair. So as you're going along, you can just swivel to see what's going on and swivel back, or you can obviously latch it with the handle down there where you want it to stay. Now, this afternoon, I've been waiting for this for months. I think it's about 4 months it's been planned for. Got a meeting with the NFU and the Bank of England. So, of course, I'm going to tell them about interest rates, because as far as I'm concerned, interest rates have taken, in the last just over 12 months, £200,000 out of my cash flow from what was expected from the year before, the year before that, the year before that. And that 200,000 is gone, never to be seen again. That has basically gone to the Bank of England, or the banks that then give to people with savings. So at the moment, the country's pretty skint, and they've basically took 200,000 off a business that's growing and borrowing and giving it to someone that's got money in the bank that probably doesn't need it because they've got money in the bank. How does that ever make sense? I can't get my head around it, but that is what they've done to curb inflation. The other thing that has happened with farming as well is we got hit the worst by COVID because we didn't get any financial support, because we didn't get any business they weren't called loans, they were called grants, weren't they? We still had labour to pay, we were still working. Then the other side of it, then we had hyperinflation on the input costs due to the war in Russia. So we then spent a load of money on fertiliser and sprays and chemical that we would normally not spend, but like extra cost. Then the price of wheat now is lower than it's been for the last 3 years. So then that's another 200,000 in extra costs stripped out of the business. And then obviously labour's gone up now as well, and we didn't get any help, like I say, in COVID for that. So I would say in the last 3 years, we've had £500,000 easily just sort of stolen off us to go to other places, whether it's propping up the Russian oil economy or gas economy in the fertiliser costs and chemical, and 200,000 in interest to go to people that have got money already in the bank. So I'm quite looking forward to meeting them later and having a bit of a rant and telling them that if they put interest rates up quick, hopefully they need to put them down quick as well. Don't mind if they put it back to 2%. It doesn't have to be 1/4%, but 5.5 or 5.25 that we're at now isn't very sustainable for long. Have you ever seen a bigger trailer? So Rob's got a load of wood from his house when we put the new kitchen in. So he's going to chop it up into kindling. That'll take him a while, won't it? Oh, there's the Merlot coming back in. Just in the grain store with John. So pile of grain there, fine. A little bit come out the dryer that we've been cleaning, but basically you can see there where it's sweated. So this back row of fans tripped out, and we didn't know for a couple of weeks, and the grain, because it was hot, started to cause condensation in the top layer. You can see a little bit of crumb there. So we've come in the shed. Some of it was getting sold anyway, so that gives us a lot more room. And then we've basically dug all that back wall out there and cleaned it and conditioned it so that all what's left is, well, it looks the same now. So that's the good stuff, and then that's now been for the dry, and that is now good stuff again. It's only feed. If it was milling, it'd have probably lost some of its milling properties, but yeah, a bit of a pain really, because we've had to empty the back of the shed before the front of the shed. So always check your fans. I think what we've found now though, we can put an email alert system on the barn owl system that's monitoring the temperatures. We just used to log on and look. We didn't realise that it would email us if something went wrong. Admittedly, if it's gone wrong enough to email you, then it means you've got to be really quick, but it's better than not noticing for a few days over Christmas and coming in going, why are them fans not working? And everything's got cold weather, started to condensate and causing you problems. Be easy if you could just chuck grain in a pile and leave it, but often you can't. Got the little spreader bale, the big spreader bale on the little Merlot. Gonna load it up now. Picks it up quite well, to be honest. So if you're watching, Charlotte, Ashley, you need to get yourself a spreader bale because it will fit on your Merlot, and this is actually quite a big one, not the little one. I must just say a big thanks to Spreader Bale for letting us try this on demo, despite not having cows to dry some of that straw out. It was good to see how it worked. That's a complete one. Is this a naked one then? Yeah.
Yeah, I just got some galvanisers.
Where'd you get it galvanised?
Merseyside Galv in Garston.
Oh, right.
That's the on road past the airport.
Yeah, it stops them rotting though, doesn't it?
Stands in the way, like.
C&P are here to do an update on the software on this. Just waiting for the air brakes to build up. And they're going to pull it down underneath the Wi-Fi receiver. So they can do it on Wi-Fi, because it'll be a bit quicker than the 4G in the shed. So, still got the drill on the back. I should watch them munch the corner of their pickup as I pull forwards. Sounds like the brakes come off now. Off we go. No. Oh yeah, they're still low. I never know whether to have it on or off the handbrake to charge it up quicker. There we go, we're off now. She doesn't need that mirror anyway, does she? We're out. Hey up. That's random. They're doing a software update on a Merlot at the same time. I hope they're not going to start scrapping the rival dealers. Yeah, if I just pull forward enough now under this aerial up there, can we see it? There it is. That should work. Gonna slide that ball ladder hitching here, but that air pipe's gonna be in the way. It's like a compressed fitting, or move that somewhere out of the way. Might just slide past that one, perhaps, but there's not a chance of sliding past that one. So it's on its way now, that 36 metre spreader. So I think what we'll do is put the ladder, we'll drop the drill off rather than mess around moving the airline. We'll move it with the 724. Yeah, the air pipes on this one are up there, so sliding easy. It's just that really wants moving. Is that cable long enough to bolt that to the other side of that? That's the point. That'll be in the way. Oh no, unless the hitch sits down here. Yeah, that's got to slide in, so it's just, like I said, them brake fittings are going to be in the way. It's a lump that. It's going to be a two-man job sliding it in. Anyway, meeting now with the Bank of England, so I'm going to go and quickly scrub up, get a wash and get to Hunter Packs. Hunter Packs where I saw the carrot line that time, so they've got a nice meeting room, so there's a few farmers going to get together at their branch and meet with them. There's a guy in a van sat in that Merlot doing a software update, and there's a lady in a pickup doing a software in that tractor. Just shows you how much things have changed. We fixing stuff with spanners and hammers and hitting it, but now it's bits of bailiff's twine. Now it's laptops. Really interesting meeting with the Bank of England, and what made it even more interesting is it looks like interest rates will start falling in the next few months, and hopefully they can get back to 3%. Dead interesting how they do it all. Glad met with them because he didn't really understand agriculture, because they were saying the service sector is still keeping its prices high because the cost of wages is going up and the cost of fuel and da-da-da-da-da. So they're saying they're just adding it onto the customer. I was like, we can't do that farming. We are price takers, not price setters. So it's good to get them to understand that. Anyway, I don't know whether you've noticed, I'm just up in the hills. So I'm on my way to visit Charlotte and Roy, because I was an hour north at that meeting. So I've come another bit further. Going to catch up with them, have a little look at the shed that they're building for the robots. I don't know if they'll fit in today's video or you'll see it in whenever, but also as well, while I'm up this way, I've got to see Claire that makes the merchandise, and then tomorrow I'm going to have a quick mooch round the Rickaby show, because the Rickaby show is on for 2 days, which is in Carlisle, which isn't far from Charlotte and Roy's. So I'm going to quickly have a look around that in the morning, get back, because there's a couple of machines been delivered today. So there's a bit of a video here that Stephen Lowe got of them. Thanks for that, Stephen. Yeah, Stephen called in for a brew, and obviously I wasn't there, but he had to go the quad track, so he's quite happy. Yeah, that's probably about all for today anyway. They've done the birthdays. Here it is, and I might see Sumit tomorrow in the morning at the Rickaby show. And then tomorrow we're going to get, in the afternoon, I'm going to get back and we're going to get some field work done and get some of these machines working. And so, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Poor imitation standing for today's birthday bumper. Happy birthday, 16th, hen by Mahanan. Louise Robinson is 47. Gethin Cardin is 16. Penny Williams, happy birthday. Michael Connor, happy birthday. Henry Ivy, 2 names, 1 chap, like it, like what you're doing there. Andrew Owen, if only cheap could fly. Neil Evans, and the total today is an absolutely whopping 61,365. Happy birthday to all of those, and anyone else if it's your birthday today.
And plug, it's Country 5 or something.
Oh, the real Country File on Sunday. Get yourself, have a look, it's worth a watch.